Good morning, everyone. Actually, I should say good afternoon. It's about 11 o'clock, so I got a later start on making your video for the day, reaching out to you, but that's okay. I had a lot of emails this morning to answer and a few other things, so just switching it up a little bit. We're almost at spring break, so hang in there. At this point, you should have finished your assessment. That was due by this morning. I looked last night and noticed that there were a good number of people who had done those, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. And tomorrow I'll be working on assessing those and putting grades in the grade book. And by now you've seen it's already probably gone out. You should have already received a messenger on the news outlets, etc. You should have gotten emails by now, at least to parents and to you, about how we're doing grading. So that's part of the reason why I haven't put grades in the grade book is that we were still waiting on confirmation from the state and from the district, so on exactly how to do this. So it's uniform actually across the state for the most part. So we're lucky in Greenville County to be one-to-one, and for there to be so many initiatives where even if you don't have internet access at home, you can get internet access. There's multiple ways to do that, so we're very, very fortunate. But again, keep reaching out to each other, help each other, support each other in this time. The You'll see that all of your grades are for the second half of this year, basically semester two, are going to be one grade. So they're all going to be put together. So everything you already earned in third quarter, those points are still there. Everything you did is still there, and you're not losing any of those. So from here on out, you'll only see grades that for this remaining quarter, one for each of the 9 weeks. So the way I'll title it will be like e-learning week 1, e-learning week 2, and there'll be the date range on there. And the dates that are there are based off of directions that we've gotten from the state and the district. So those are set. I can't change those. So I will just simply be assessing what you've done during that time frame, during that week range, and then I will be assigning that grade according to the way the state has directed the districts and the principals who direct us on how to do that. So you'll see grades of either 100, 85, 70, or a 50. And that rubric has been posted, so you have access to that. It's very generous. It's extremely generous. With that said, you can't just turn in something that is 100% wrong, and just because you've done everything that was asked for, expect a 100. That has come up in many meetings. So I'm still looking for evidence that there's learning going on. You can't just put something and it's completely wrong, and all of a sudden there's hundreds or 85s in there. There has to be some evidence of you growing and learning. And I know this is a challenging time for all of us. It's challenging for teachers, for students, for parents, for parents who are both teachers and students, or who are teachers and have children who are students. Their day, they wake up and their teacher and parent all in the same day, and it doesn't stop. I was up till probably midnight last night, and my son isn't living here right now, so I'm busy. So people who have young kids, how they're doing it, I tip my hat to them, and I tip my hat to all of you. This is a trying time. We're finding that things are a lot easier, even though it seems challenging when we're together at school. Things are a lot easier when we're actually in a building, socializing together and learning together, and you have that opportunity. So I'm going to be changing up some of the things that I do a little bit and opening up as many times as possible to meet with you. But just know that you still are expected to to do some work that is quality learning. Invest as much of yourself in that as you can. And so, the lessons that I've given you have not been long and lengthy. You should be able to get them done in a fairly decent amount of time, and I've spread them out over a good bit of time. I haven't overworked you, just like in class. So I'm still holding to my normal policy that I do in class, which is come to class tomorrow less confused than you are today. So you'll notice that the breadth of work, the amount of work that I'm giving you is really not massive. It's more quality work, and that's going to be the theme of what we do. for the rest of this semester with e-learning. It would have been what we would have done in class anyway. So I'll be looking for you to complete your assignment. So you still have to follow the attendance and accountability sheet where you sign in twice, at least minimum twice a week. I'm keeping record of all that. There'll still be gizmos that'll be put out there. I'll be making video lessons, a bunch of those nonstop, and I'm going to try some different formats with that. I'll still be hosting Google Meet sessions so that we can do some tutoring. And when I post those, it'll say on tutoring. The purpose will be to tutor. Yes, we can socialize and stuff like that, but I'll be honest with you, I won't be able to sit there for an hour and just chat and giggle and laugh for an hour. I have a lot that I have to do. I'm going to be, it's going to be great to socialize. It'll be just like we're in class, but if you do show up to those, please make sure you're showing up and we're doing specific questions that I can actually work for you on the board, online, and that type of stuff. I spent basically almost all day yesterday on online meetings. Then I got started with what I was doing, and I was answering some emails to students while I was actually online in my meetings. So it doesn't stop. So I don't have as much free time as you think I might have. It's not like I create lessons and then I kick back, put up my feet, grab some popcorn, and turn on Netflix, and that's all I'm doing until the wee hours of the morning. I promise you, I wish that was the case, and that's not the case. Now, the weekends is a different story. On the weekends, yeah, I'm definitely taking the weekends off. You should as well. So, with that in mind, the grading's very generous, and as always, I'm always looking for points. I'm not looking to try to take away points from them. I'm actually looking for points. So do everything you can to make sure that when I look at what you've done, how much you've done, and the quality of what you've done, I can look at it and go, "This is easy," and you should be able to get a grade, a pretty decent grade. So 100 is going to go in the grade book if you've done everything you're supposed to with as far as your participation goes, signing the accountability form, doing all the work that I've asked you to do within the time frame that I've asked you to do it, and usually it's that you got that whole week to do that, and that your stuff is mostly error free. I can see that you actually are putting some thought and effort into it, and there's nothing that I'm asking you to do that is so unrelated to what we've already talked about that you can't do it. If you follow my videos, everything's going to be step by step. They are a wonderful guide to help you mimic what you have to do. The only thing that's going to change is the compounds that are there, the numbers, the in calculations, etc. So, with that said, we'll just wrap this up. I'll be getting those things graded, and before the end of this week, I will have all that updated. When they're going to update it so that when you log in, you can see this, I don't know what the timeline for that is. I would imagine it would be really, really soon. On my end, on the teacher's end, it's still going to look the same way for us, the way it always has, and that's so that we can put our stuff in. But on your end in Backpack for the parent portal, the student portal, it'll look a little bit differently. You should just see one grade that's basically semester 2 grade. So with that said, let's press on. We're still out through the month of April. We don't know about May. I think we know about May, but nothing official has been said. But unless things change, I don't know. I'm not going to say anything yet, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully we'll be able to see each other soon, but at least through the month of April, this is our life. We can do this. Make yourself some coffee, whether it's decaf. I don't know why you would do that to yourself, but make some coffee. Drink some tea. Tea is wonderful. I do drink tea, but I just happen to really adore coffee. So it's getting late in the morning. I haven't had breakfast yet, so I'm going to go make myself some brunch. I'm not sure what I'm going to make. When I get down there, I'll take a look and see what I've got. Be safe. Do what you need to do. Know that everything's gonna be fine. The work's gonna be not overly cumbersome, and you should do well. And I'm gonna make myself available for you. Check the calendar. Be good to yourself. Be good to each other. Drink some coffee. I miss you guys. We'll talk soon. Have another cup of coffee.